Hey everyone, this is Mina. This is the first time I am voice recording a video for this channel. I am so sorry I've been away for so long. I had some rough times where I had to go homeless for about 8 months. And long story short, I was living with a guy for a few years and it got kind of rocky at the end, and unfortunately I didn't have a backup plan, so I threw all my stuff in the backseat of my car and I took off. And I was going to stay at a friend's house in a city about 500 miles away, but that didn't work out. And then I ended up dropping my phone in a puddle, and so I was without a phone, and it kind of got scary and wild and crazy for a few months. I was off the grid. I was camping for a month or two. Yeah, it was pretty wild, but I got back. I'm in a safe place now, and I wanted to just apologize to all of you. I have to get into my emails. If any of you sent me any messages, I apologize for not getting back. I'll try to get back to everybody. So I was so amazed when I got back. I couldn't believe that there's still people watching the videos and stuff. And I'm so grateful and thankful for all of you out there. It's so beautiful to see. I had no idea that people would like my videos that much, really, to begin with. And I'll try to make some more. But I wanted to talk about something that kind of relates to, I think, everybody who watches this channel, and that's about transitioning and taking leaps in life and being your womanly self, taking risks in order to be your womanly self. How important it is to follow that inner drive within you to be a woman, if that's what you have. I'm thinking that probably a lot of you do have that inner drive to be a woman, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this channel. And I know a lot of you probably might be holding yourself back for whatever reasons, and I just wanted to say that it's so important to follow that inner woman within you and to not repress her, and to give her that freedom if you can, as much as possible, because that is you. That womanly side of you is you. It's not a separate person or a separate entity. It is you. You are the woman. If you have womanly feelings and if you have feminine thoughts and desires, that is a part of you. And please make sure that you attend to that part of you. It's so important to be free in there and to cultivate freedom in that womanly part of you, and to let her grow if she wants to grow. I think it's difficult for guys who transition into women in our society, in our modern society, because there's so many demands on the modern male of today. The number one thing is who we want to be and who we wish to express ourselves as. And if you're a woman inside, you have to be a woman on the outside. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And sometimes you have to step out into dangerous places in order to preserve that, in order to cultivate that. And, life is short. We have to follow our happiness, even if it means that we have to sacrifice our comforts. And I'm a true believer of that. It's so important to follow that womanly drive within you. And so anyway, I just wanted to say that, and I hope all of you are happy out there in your womanly selves, shining that womanly light out to everybody that you possibly can. I know it's difficult sometimes. A lot of you probably might be, at the beginning of your womanly path, or maybe in the middle, or maybe you've been thinking about it for years and years, or maybe you just started thinking about it. But the most important thing is that you follow that womanly drive within you and be that woman, all the woman that you want to be, and never repress that womanly desire, that feminine desire within you, because it brings you happiness. And you have to be happy. We all have to strive for happiness. And I will say, from my personal experience of stepping out into the world and living as a woman 100%, that it's a lot less scarier out there than it seems before you take that step. In other words, if you're in a place where maybe you haven't expressed your womanly side to anybody, or maybe it's still kind of a closet thing for you, and I went through that for many, many years, so I know how that goes. But it seems really scary to step out and to, do things like go out dressed as a woman, or, maybe telling somebody about it, or maybe even just walking out with a pink shirt on her. I mean, just, there's all these stages that we have to go through, right, in order to feel more comfortable expressing ourselves as a woman. But I want to assure all of you that when you finally do take that step and you do step out, maybe dressed as a woman, or maybe you decide to take female hormones and, tell your practitioner that you want to start them, and, you come out to your friends or whatever, I want to assure you that 99% of the time it is way easier, and it's not nearly as scary as it appears to be before you do so. And I love living as a woman, and I know you will too if you want to do that. Follow your dream. Follow your inner light to be a woman. Don't be afraid to take risks. And do not ever let anybody tell you it's too late. Or maybe you might think it's too late. Maybe, you've been thinking about transitioning for years and years and decades even. But it's never, ever too late to be who you want to be. It's never too late to be yourself. It's never too late to be who you are. Because that's really what life is about being who we are, being who we are designed to be on the inside, and expressing that on the outside. And so why would it ever be too late to be the person who you are on the inside, the person who you're designed to be? It's never too late. And I hope all of you find that peace, knowing that there's always opportunities out there for you to express yourself as a woman. There's always a new day. You wake up, you can have your coffee every day, and every day that opportunity to be your womanly self is there, waiting for you. And that's a beautiful part about life, isn't it? Always having an opportunity the next day. And so when we do decide to step out onto that womanly path, onto that feminine path that we so eagerly desire to be on within ourselves, we will find that the world opens its arms up to us. And we'll find that there's love out there waiting for us, and there's friends out there. And maybe you've lost some friendships because you've come out as a woman. Maybe you've expressed your womanly self to your best friend, or maybe a family member, or maybe you're, married, and you might have told your wife that you want to be a woman, and who knows, maybe it went really sour very quickly. And that's way too common. It happens all the time. But ultimately, we do have to make sacrifices like that for our inner light to shine. Because if we repress that light within us, we can't really do much in this life. because that's what life is all about. Life is about expressing that light, that love that's within us. And light is love, right? And so if we have that love, that light that needs to express itself, and if it wants to express itself as a female, as a woman, then we have to take that path. And we have to do that in any way we can. And a lot of times there's sacrifices. But ultimately, by taking that step, by being your womanly self, you will gain so much, 10 times over. And you only realize that when you do take that step out. And there's a lot of fear that can come in to prevent you from taking that step. And you'll find that there's so many more opportunities out there than you thought there were. When I was homeless, I lived in the backseat of my car, and even though it was not glamorous, it was not something that I would recommend anybody to do, but nonetheless, I did have that inner light, and I was able to express myself still. And that kept me going every day. I didn't have much, but I still had that inner light. And that was really what kept me going for days and weeks and months. That and that alone. And that's how powerful that inner light is. And if that light is telling you to be a woman, you have to take that step. You have to move out into the world as a woman. I mean, you can repress it and you can, keep it hidden if you want, but I think ultimately that inner light will pull you onto the path of openly expressing yourself as you want to be, as you feel that you are, the woman that you are, the beautiful, beautiful woman inside of you that wishes to express herself and to wake up every day and put on bras and panties and put on skirts and cute tops and perfume and makeup and walk around and go to the shop and go to the shopping mall and show all the women and all the men around you, this is who you are, this is how you feel free. You're showing your freedom to everybody when you do that. You're showing everybody your liberation. That light within you is perfectly free in those moments, and it is such an ecstatic feeling to be in that position, to be able to do that. You will find an abundance of energy flowing through you like a river, just an abundance of energy will flow through you in that time when you decide to step out. And perhaps you might have limited resources. Perhaps you might not have much money. Perhaps you may have left a career behind or some stability behind, but that inner freedom and that inner abundance that comes from living as who you wish to live as is so more important and more powerful than any material items that we can have on this earth. So always remember that, ladies. It's so important. And I am back for the time being. I will try to get in a more stable place in my life so I can make more videos. And I thank you all so much for the beautiful comments and liking the videos. And all of you are such beautiful people. I'm so glad I made this channel when I did. And I will try to make some more videos. I hope all of you are living that dream and living as much of that womanly life as you can. And don't ever give up on that, ladies. Alright, that's all for now. Bye.
Do you wanna